Hello, quick intro to the 1998 Chevy Blazer LT with the PO440 code. Uh, we looked at it and it had the busted up um, Evap canister. So we replaced that and mended the bracket that held it in, rusted all up and crunched up in the front side of it because of the wheel splash, from the salty conditions. Lost a little bit of footage in there. Just be aware that the nuts and the screws are really hard to come off because they have thread sealer on it. Something to be aware of in the process. Ordinarily, there's a bar that runs down by the hoses that attaches to the frame of the vehicle to the bottom of the corner of the bumper cover. That's broke off, so I just kind of shoved it out of the way. But that's something else you'd have to just unbolt and get out of your way if you don't have a crushed one like we did. It could be a lot easier than it was. It probably took me 4 hours to do the whole thing. It should be a 15-minute job, but with mending the bracket and struggling with the rust, it took a little while. It was a little learning curve. Hope you enjoy and learn something along the way. Thanks.
All right, I think we're recording. This right here looks bent to me. All right. Could be wrong, but this is definitely wedged up. Should not be like that. This hose is pinched up against this metal, so there could possibly be something there, but I don't know. This should be connected to something. It says fuel on it.
Brake line?
No, it's a fuel line. It's a vapor line. I've rubbed my finger up in here. I feel where it was snapped off from. So this box for the canister needs to be pulled out or replaced. Maybe you can find a junkyard when it ain't been hitting the rear, and get a new box, and maybe the canister can be saved and just need a new. Well, no, because the nipples broke off, snapped off. So you'll need the bracket and the canister. You see here the tore metal. Let's see if I can get a better angle on that. The tore metal here.
I might get this corner piece.
And then there's the other end of the tore metal. Let me get my arm out of the way. Where this whole thing here. So, how about I stop looking at, yeah, this whole thing here should be pushed. And this end over here connect down to that. So basically, canister and the bracket, and you don't.
Make that look.
All right. Got this first screw out. It's way longer than you think it should need to be. But this screw here are the first two to get out. 10 millimeter. We're talking like no kind of, unless you got swivels, which I don't. You got no kind of cranking space in here, so it's gonna take a few turns to get her going, and it's tighter than you'd think it would be. So patience, and it'll come. So up underneath, what I'm going to remove are those two little nuts you see there. I'll try to point to them here and there. Okay, and I believe those are also 10s, so I'll get on that trying to remove those. And I may need a deeper socket than what I got, so I'm going to try that, and I'll put the phone down and let you know how it went. Okay, well, this metal up here is bent, so I can't get a ratchet in there. So open end 10,
I'll do just the same. So that's what I'm gonna do right here. The regular socket fit fine on that one there. So I'm gonna get those nuts off and go from there. All right, so I broke those loose, so now all the nuts are loose and ready for the bracket to come off. But before I start doing that, I don't want to put pressure on the lines. So I'll try to remove these lines. This one's going to be difficult because the bent bracket that I got to straighten out. But I'll start with right here, which top one I think is already broke off. Yeah, I gotta fix that one. And then the other one, theoretically, is just pushing the tab and pop it off. So, well, my hand's gonna block everything I'm doing here. Theoretically, you squeeze and you push that in, and then it widens out the clip and it comes off the nipple. I'll show you after I get it off. Alright, it's only fair to show you what my struggle is at the moment. This is bent. It should be straight, but it's bent, so it's under a lot of pressure. I can get up there and squeeze the tabs from both sides, no problem, but it won't pull off. So we'll see how that, struggle in it. I'll try to get a little clever on it, see what I can do, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, after some struggle, I was riding the struggle bus for a minute. I finally got it to break free. Give it a squeeze. I got a paper towel just in case anything comes out of there. Squeeze and tug. There we go. All good. Whew. So, all right. Got those two disconnected there. Only thing left is moving this light out of the way. Finding a way to get some pliers up inside there to get that clamp.
Pretty similar.
Alright. I don't understand. Okay. Alright, so now here comes the bracket. Or what's left of the bracket. Here it comes. Ta-da! Okay, are we impressed with that? That's a bent, mangled mess. So I got some straightening out to do there. Some straightening out to do here. And yeah. But can't find one online anywhere. Junkyard would be the best hope. But these things are like as rare as gold, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, after the world's probably ugliest welding job, first time welding, so I just took some old sheet metal from something else and tacked it all around. Now it's good and solid. I'm gonna spray paint it, put the box in, and rehang it. So stay tuned, be right back. Right after the magic of video, hey, it's instantly painted. What do you know about that? So now, I think it's gonna be easier to put the box in first, and then mount it with the box in it, for the amount of space I have up in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, in the welding process, this lip is supposed to be over top of that, but there was so much rust, and I think it kind of shrunk a couple millimeters, so it doesn't fit in there 100%. But
front end, this tab here rests up against the front end of that, and you'll see the circle. That's where a little push pin goes in. Let me grab that real quick. Okay. And that helps hold the bottom side in. Let's see if I can find you back in the video. There we go. So push this little push pin back in there. Doing it one-handed. I hate one-hand stuff. And then just snap it in. Alright, so that holds the bottom in there. That's rested up against that. And then I'll take this bracket. I've already dry fitted. The studs line up and the holes line up with the fender. So let's get on it. Well, I'm gonna put the phone down. Well, maybe I can carry it. Alright, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to shove it up in there. I'm going to put the holes in the back, back in the, I don't know if you can see those, my fingers pointing or not. There they are. Yeah, those two holes over there in this one. And I'll start the nuts and then I'll go around and do the screws on the fender side. Okay, let's see. Oh, lighting. Lighting's not good here. Let me fix that. Alright, so they're all hand started. And down there, the lighting still sinks. Anyway, you don't need to see me screwing in bolts, but tighten that down. And tighten down the one below it. That one. You'll thank yourself later. Okay, so the nuts are on. You'll also want to tighten those down. And then we'll hook up the tubing, which will be simple because it's just a matter of sliding it on, putting on the clamp, and these just click on, which I could probably go ahead and do that now, but it might be in my way. I want to have some flexibility moving out of the way to get that wrench in there for the nuts. I'll be right back. Alright, 5 hours later, I still haven't got that nut on there because since the metal's bent, where I can't even see it up on the camera now. Yeah, right here. Since this metal's bent, I can't get a ratchet on it, so I got to crank on it one little quarter turn at a time. So I'll come back and do that, but just for the sake of finishing up here, you take this tube and you stick it on all the way until you can't stick it on no more. If you need to spit on it, then spit on it. And I think I'm gonna need to spit on it. Not a big deal. You take these, you click them back on. Push them on until they click. Well, there you go. Click. You hear that click? That means it's on. Let me do the other one.
Oh no! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! I left my damn keys down there.
And we push it on until it clicks. So I'm gonna get some WD, and I'm gonna put a little moisture around that and make those things slide right on like butter. Hear that click? It says I'm done. All right. I really do need to be a better filmographer. I'm sorry. I need one of those forehead mounted like GoPros or something. Because this is sad and pathetic. Me flopping around like a maniac. Trying to look through the camera and provide y'all the best angle. Any angle. Alright, I'm letting it go again. Darn it. Pause. All right, I needed my second hand to push against it since the, yeah. So now I need to get in there, switch hands, get a hold of the clamp, slide the clamp down, and call it done there. Ta-da, just like that. Clamps on, and there we go, finding my finger. So that's on, and that's all the way on, and the other one's all the way on. Now I just got to finish tightening that nut up there. All right, finishing up with this stupid one little quarter turn at a time. So go ahead and start it up, and we'll check for leaks on film. We're all good and dry. Go ahead and turn it off. So there you have it. PO 440 on a, what is this, a 98 Blazer. Canister was busted. Canister replaced. Bracket mended in a haphazard way. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, learned something, because I sure did along the way. This job stinks.